Welcome back!
Hey, it's me.
Hello! Happy Friday. Also, look at me vlogging again. Yay! It is currently Friday the 18th of July. I was supposed to work a PM shift yesterday and today, but I've had to call off because my bubba has got pink eye in both eyes. I picked him up from school on Wednesday and his eye was like goopy. They were like, oh, it's been fine today. And I was like, okay, well, it's not now. There's not much they can do about it. Just another day, another daycare disease. And so anyway, that night he ended up sleeping really rough and was just like out of sorts, not great. So I kicked my husband out to the couch and kept bubbing with me. And then last night was a little bit better, but still kind of the same. And his eyes this morning aren't, like, they weren't glued together, but they're both now red underneath. So anyway, I thought, you know what? It's okay, silver lining. Let's utilize this day to get ready for uni because I start next week. I have orientation day next Wednesday, which is a full day. And then I start my lectures on the following Monday, the 28th. I just can't believe it. I'm so excited. I can't believe that, like, I posted a vlog one day about trying to get into uni and then now here we are 2 years later. Oh my gosh. To say I'm exhausted is an understatement, but anyway, it's fine. It be what it be. Today is an exciting day though. It's a bit of a delivery day. I've got some new compression socks coming from Dr. Wolf Apparel, which they so kindly sent me, which is amazing. So I can't wait for them to come. I've got my Amazon package coming where I've ordered, like, it's kind of like the magic keyboard case for my iPad, but it's not, because my iPad's like a couple of years old now. I was like, I'm not going to go and spend $500-600 and buy the Apple, you know, magic thing. Plus what I didn't like is that your iPad just magnets straight to it. There's no outer protection or anything like that. So I'd had my eyes on a couple of similar ones where, like, they are like a magic keyboard, but they also have a bumper cover, so then you can take it off and still, like, just sit there and use that as it is. So I really like that idea because I'm so scared about breaking my iPad. It's still like brand new. There's not one mark on it. So, you know, other than getting a feral screen from me or my toddler using it, I love that it's always been in a good cover. So I did buy a magnetic cover to try, just like a thin portfolio one, but same thing. It didn't have like the silicone bumper part connected to it. So I didn't realize until it arrived that that's how it was, and literally my iPad just like magneted to it, magneted, that word, and then like it folded over the front, and then it had another little flap from the back over the side of it so that like my pencil would stay in there, which I did like that because I do have the original Logitech soft touch iPad Pro setup. So it's like your iPad goes into a bumper case, which is super protective. Then the back of that has like a little stand that protrudes in and out. And then a keyboard separately magnetizes to this little part on the case that then connects directly to your iPad. So it uses your iPad's power, which it barely uses anything, and it's not Bluetooth. So I really loved that. Then when you're not using the keyboard and stuff, because it's quite bulky, you could just take it off. So I loved that because that's been very protective, but it is still quite bulky, and I don't like that my iPad has to be connected to that keyboard magnetically for it to work. So I wanted something that had like Bluetooth-ish so that I could have my iPad and my screen, you know, on my iMac, MacBook, laptop, what do you call it? A MacBook, sitting next to each other, and then I could have my keyboard here. Otherwise I'd have to have my iPad like right next to me. So I've just been using it in the bumper case on my stand, and then I've got my Bluetooth keyboard at home. But obviously when I go to uni, I'm not gonna wanna have like all of the things set up. So I wanna just be able to take my iPad with its bumper case on it so that I can annotate and stuff, and then have my laptop, and then they would work simultaneously. And then when I'm at home, I've got like the whole setup. So I thought, you know what, I may as well get like a proper case for it. Anyway, I'm babbling on. So that'll arrive today. Then I also bought a little like a little like vacuum seal holder thing for my car, because I currently on this phone have the quad lock thing on my case, but I didn't want to buy another quad lock case because the newer phones, like my phone that I currently have is MagSafe, but I've only just learned about that. So my new tripod that you're on now, it's just MagSafe to it. Amazing, no cover. So I am keeping this phone for recording and content and stuff like that because like I own it, so it's easier. But this is also my first time. Wait, did I even get to that part yet where I said my new iPhone's arriving today? Anyway, I finally upgraded my phone. So I currently have the 14 Pro Max, which I got like as soon as it came out, and I had it on a 3-year contract. So I would have got it like, oh yeah, well it was just before Artie was born, and he's 4 in September this year. So I literally like upgraded and got it, and then he was born like that same month. And he's 4 in September this year. So I've had this phone for 3.5 years. Now, pat on the back for me, because I used to be one of those girlies where at every moment that I could upgrade, I always upgraded. So like every 12 months, and then my plan would just roll over and roll over and roll over and roll over. But kudos to Apple, because the phones have gotten so much better. They used to start playing up around the 12 to 18 month mark, and then you would be like prompted to like go and upgrade. That was annoying. But I've had the 14 Pro Max now. I've traveled with it. I've obviously taken multiple photos of both of my babies on it. I've got so many things on here, so I've been trying to clean it out. But I finally, upgraded and treated myself, and I've got the 16 Pro. Now, I didn't go for the Pro Max again because I was like, I already have a Pro Max here and I can use this for, you know, I don't know, watching things at home, whatever, just for content and stuff. But this in my phone, in my pocket at work is quite heavy, and I do try not to have my phone on me anyway because it is annoying and heavy, but also like it's just not professional, so I try and leave it in my bag or on the desk in the nurse's station. But yeah, I just thought like I want it to be a little bit less bulky, so I did my research. What's the difference between the Pro Max and the Pro? And it's literally the size of the phone, and the Pro has the exact same camera setup, which is all I really wanted, and it's just a little bit smaller, and it still has like the camera button and stuff, all the new features. So yeah, excited about that. So that should arrive today, which is why I kind of thought, well, it was going to come this morning anyway, so I would have got it before I go into work, but now I don't have to stress like if it comes later it'll go to the post office, which I would have just got it tomorrow anyway. So anyway, yeah, we're going to get ready for uni today. I have currently washed my uni bag, which is my cute little Levi's tote that my husband bought me. I think I've showed you guys, if not it was on my TikTok and stuff. It was literally only like $90, and it's like canvas. It's got these super strong handles, and I love it because it's not, when it's heavy, it just sits here, like it's so good. And then it's still got these 2 little handles as well. But the amount of things I can fit in here is ridiculous. And what I love is that the zips is right at the top of it. So once you filled the bag can splay out a little bit, then you can still zip it over the top. So I do love that, because when my MacBook is in here, it sort of only comes to like here. So I've still got that little bit of room at the top, but like at the moment I've got my umbrella, my container of lollies that I usually have for work, and then I need to, okay, the reason I washed it was because I spilled a whole coffee inside my bag. Don't ask. Anyway, I've washed it. There's not one stain on it because I have like the canvas spray protector. So I've given it a wash inside and out. I've let it dry for 2 days, and then last night I gave it 2 coats of the canvas protector again. Yeah, like you can't even tell. I thought that looked like a coffee stain, but it's not, it's just the shadow of the bag. And then yeah, she's completely dry today. So I'm going to re-put my stuff in. So I bought this little cute bag from Cotton On a little while back. It's a Hello Kitty one, of course, and it's quite big. But I had to wash that as well because she also copped coffee. So I've washed it. Now this is called my drop bag. Let me just, okay, that's better. So this is called my drop bag. Now, I usually put all of this stuff in here, but this normally has my pads in it. But because I had to tip everything out the other night, I just put it in here to sort of keep it together. So anyway, let's go through my mess of my work bag. So I have copious packets of Panadol and Nurofen because I just empty my pockets, and then when I go back to work, I drop these back into the thing. Alcohol wipes, tape, both sizes, ×3. Name badges. I've got my Obs and Guiney name badge from Tanya's Sparkle name badges. I've got just a plain one with just my name on it. Then I also have a green one that is not here, probably in the car. Hopefully it's not still connected to my clothes in the wash. but it's like this one, it's just green with cream and it has my name and then enrolled nurse under it. So if I go and work on other wards, obviously I don't wear my obs and gynae one, I wear that one or the other one. I've got a spare fob watch on a little dangle thing. I've got my main fob watch that I wear. I've got spare doozy whatsits, badge reels, just because, you know, never know what I feel like on the day. My scissors, my thermometer, whiteboard markers because we have boards in the patient's rooms, and then all of my favorite pens, which at the moment are these two. This one here, I have no idea what brand or anything that it is. I found it and it has become my favorite pen. All I know is that it is a 0.5. You can't see that. 0.5. This one is the Sharpie S-Gel 0.7. If this was a 0.5, it would make my life. But anyway, they are my two favorite pens, a 0.5 and a 0.7. Love them both so much, so they are my everyday pens. Then I also keep ballpoint pens because these are really good for writing on your IV medication labels because gel pens smudge everywhere. And then my other favorite little floof pen from Tanya at Sparkle Name Badges, and I bought refills to go in them because the thing is only like that long, but love that one too. A highlighter. I also have a thing in my locker at work that has extra highlighters and stuff. My favorite breeze balm, a spare hair tie, and then I've got my work badge reel, which also has this little Hello Kitty thingy, which actually came on this bag, but it goes on there now. My med locker keys for the rooms, and then my little baby and my Hello Kitty charms, and then my little Sharpie and my highlighter, which also get used every day too. So that's that. And then yeah, this was like the very first badge reel I ever bought myself when I got into nursing school. Just says nurse, and I just got nurse put on it because I wanted to use this all the time, and it's got daisies and poppies on it because, you know, I had just lost my babies and I wanted to have like a piece of them with me all the time as well. So that's my favorite setup at the moment. And then also my Littmann stethoscope. This is the 3M Classic 3. I absolutely love it because it's like not so big and bulky, and it still has the dual bell as well. So it's got ped side and adult side. Someone did try to fight me on TikTok about that, saying it's not. It's like one side is so that you can hear a lot better and a lot clearer, and the other side is just bigger. But the box that it came in actually said it is an adult and a pediatric stethoscope in one. It's so lightweight. I love it so much. It works amazingly, and obviously I do adult and baby obs, so that's why I got that one. So that was my graduation present. So anyway, that's all that together. Then I have pads in this bag, a small one, a medium one, and a nappy size one, just because, you know, menage, yeah. Anyway, so that's my work bag re-sorted out. So that all goes in there. And then obviously once I start uni, like I will teeter this bag for like what I need for uni versus what I need for work. My lunchbox usually goes in here as well, and a reusable coffee cup. And then I've got new water bottles. So I actually got the this one from Kmart, and it's the dupe of the one that starts with O, but it's not actually because this part is different. But anyway, so it opens here, you've got your chug part, then you close that. Oh, I pushed too hard. And then you've got your straw up here, and you've got your handle. A litre, we love it. So anyway, I've just wasted 14 minutes talking about God knows what. So I've got washing and bits and pieces to do, and then when my packages come, we will open them together. But let's just have a chill Friday together. Yeah. Okay, so Ollie did not sleep for long at all. And then I came out and was like, okay, I'll just like start folding the washing and stuff, which is all behind you. Tiring work. I just put a show on Channel 9 called A&E Crash something. Anyway, it's like ambulance people that attend bad crashes. I don't know, I just wanted to put something on in the background. But look what just arrived. I'm so excited. Also, I had no idea where my driver's license was, and I was thinking, oh my gosh, when they come, they're gonna ask me for my driver's license. And then I happened to go to the toilet just after I put Ollie down before, and my driver's license was sitting in my bathroom on the bench top. So weird. But I think that's because from the weekend. Yay! I'm so excited. What color did I get? I have sandy taupe in my head because that's what my husband called it. Desert titanium. That's why he called it sandy taupe. Love that for me. So anyway, Let's open her up and have a look. I actually love this part of getting Apple products. I'm so excited. It's actually so pretty. Are you joking? It almost looks like rose goldy. What? Okay, it's smaller, but it's not like ridiculously smaller. Look at the color of that. Can you see? It's like almost, it's like pinky beige. That is stunning. Now, with these new ones, the cameras actually stick quite far out on the back. So I got like some little lens protectors, and then I do have a case to put on it until my new like aesthetic ones arrive. But it's so pretty. Like literally look at that color. That is stunning. And actually feels like just nicer. Oh yeah, so you've got your on button, and then you've also got your camera click button as well, which is going to be so much better for taking photos. Oh yeah, and then the silence, it's not the little click anymore, like where you click it on and off. You just touch this. So you press it in and it will go silent, and then you press it off. So hopefully that is like not easy to be like touch on and off, if you know what I mean. Because like I don't want it going on loud in my pocket, but that is so stunning. Oh my gosh. Okay, so that's the other thing, is like now it's USB-C, which is so good, because now all the cords and everything that I have, my MacBook, the charger has like the connector for your laptop charger, and then it also has a second USB-C slot on there as well. So at least now like that makes that easier. Cute. Love that. Okay, it's so pretty. I can hear Ollie in there talking. Clearly not asleep yet. Stunning. I'm very excited. Okay, well, I need to keep finishing my chores first before I can play with my new phone, you know. Actually, that went in there that way, didn't it? The color is so beautiful. Kind of annoyed now that I didn't get a clear case, but still, I also had the gold phone and that wasn't clear either. I'm gonna go and check my front door. Either that or it's just my child being a numpty. Okay, no, I must have just heard one of my neighbors talking. It wasn't that. So anyway, so I'm going to set my phone and stuff up in a bit. I just want to finish this washing first and get it out of my face because, well, I feel like it's just been going on for days and days and days. Like my couch was full. Anyway, and then I'm probably gonna make some lunch. What do I want to have for lunch today? Looks like it's raining. Oh. Anyway, it's a cozy Friday. Good morning. Happy Saturday. Let's get ready to go out for drinks with the girls at work. Okay, I had to go and buy some new clothes because literally nothing fits me anymore. I've officially lost 20 kilos, so I really needed to shell out. So I picked up this skirt off the clearance rack at Kmart for $5, and it is honestly just the best thing ever. I got 2 shirts from my best friend's wardrobe, so we'll see what I decide to wear. I always like get all my makeup out that I want to wear first. I had a shower and washed my hair. Now, I decided I wanted to slick my hair back, and I usually do that while it's wet because then it stays really nice for a couple of days. So I went in with my little Breeze Balm little eye masks whilst I do my hair first, just to, you know, give me a little bit of hydration. Then this is the serum that I use for my brows that I get from the lady that does my lamination. So I always put this on, I don't know, morning and night, but firstly before I do my makeup, because then by the time I get to the rest of it, you know, my brows are nice and moist. So I'm still going to use my curl products because they make my hair really, really nice. So I'm scrunching in my curl cream, and then I usually go in with some serum or like a little leave-in over the top as well, but I sort of thought I won't bother with that much just yet. So found my part and it was nice and crisp, and then I brushed my hair with my wet to dry tangle brush because, you know, I don't want to rip my hair out with my comb. And then I usually just use the fine end of the comb to like flat lay the front edges of my hair, and then I go in whilst it's still wet with my hair tie
make sure there's no bumps as best as I can. Like, I don't have a slick brush or anything. I really probably should invest, but this is just how I do my hair and it works for me. So because I've got the back part of my head shaved, once I put it in the little bun and then put my scrunchie in, you can see I get a little bit of height at the back, so it's not super, super flat. So it was quite nice. I asked Artie to go to the other bathroom and find me my gel spray, and he literally found it. Amazing. And this was him pestering me for 2 seconds because he was like, I want to touch your things on your face. So I'll just let him do that. Because toddler things, this is just what it's like getting ready with a toddler. It's very inquisitive. Oh, there he is, little cutie. He loves watching me get ready. He always tries to play with my makeup and stuff. It's adorable. So yeah, used the gel spray. So it's literally just gel, but it's in a spray bottle. It's amazing for this sort of stuff. And then my hair has grown out quite a bit, so I don't have to use as many hair clips and bobby pins as I used to, which is nice. So I just flat laid it, put the gel spray in, and you can see it's still a bit, bumpy around my hairline, but I'll show you what I do later. I'm just sort of letting it set for the moment. So I take my gel pads off, rub the rest of the excess into my face, and then give that a minute. Now I'm going to secure my hair. So I just used 2 little clips now, one on each side, just to hold those little short bits back behind my ears because my front fringe is still growing out. Then I use the MCO Beauty hair and brow slick wand, and I just use this for my hair. And I just follow my hairline around, then twist the brush around and use the fine bit of the brush, scoop it back, and then I do the same on the other side. So you can see I'm literally just letting my hairline flow. And then on that side, I did remove the clip and fix it because it was a little bit bumpy. And then I just press it down with my fingers, and that's it. It just dries in and stays that way. Like, everyone is always like, how do you do your slick so nice? This is it. I put these little bow earrings in. I did them before I did my makeup because I kind of had to re-pierce my ears with them again because, lol, I don't wear earrings all the time. Then I went in with my Breeze Balm facial mist. This stuff just makes me feel so fresh and so nice. And obviously our skin is like a sponge, so it's the most hydrated when you've put all your stuff on because it takes everything in. Then I'm using, I think this is the Charlotte Tilbury DUPE from MCO Beauty. I love this stuff when I'm actually going out and want like a nice glowy finish. And then I'm just using my little puff to blend that all in, not forgetting my ears and my neck. And around my eyes, I do go in with powder a little bit later and just set sort of some areas that I don't like because they get a bit oily. And then I've just used my Morphe Flawless Filter Concealer on these 2 little spots that I've got. My skin is feeling much better. Then I use the liquid bronzer and blush from MCO and just, go in and contour these little bits here, going around the top of my face line. Same on the other side, and then that sort of sets in nicely, and then I just do a dot of blush on each side. Make sure you smile, use the flat end of your beauty blender, and I like to work it up quite high. I think because my face has changed so much since I've lost all my weight over the last 3 or 4 years, I've really had to change the way I put my makeup on, and I think I'm getting better. Laura Mercier translucent powder, and I just go through my T-zone basically, my chin, setting over those bits that I concealed, and then around my nose as well because that's where it kind of moves because I'm going to be wearing sunnies. Then just using whatever's left on the brush around my eyes. Then I use my OG Zoeva Rose Gold palette. There's one colour on there that is just my go-to base for my eyes. So I just put a really gentle layer of that on. I'm not really wanting to do anything too major. And then I'll sort of just go in with a little bit of the Lust Natural palette that I have. I think this is a Benefit palette. I can't remember. Oh no, Too Faced. This is one of my favorite ones. So I use a little angled brush and I use one of the dark browns on there to kind of mimic a bit of an eyeliner. So I just go around the lash line of my eyes, and this just kind of makes it a bit more dramatic, makes my eyes pop. And then, just using a little bit of one of my shimmer colors to just highlight my brow bone. Then I'll go in with just a really soft sparkle on the inner corner of my eye. Then it's time to build a brow. So I got this because Brittany Saunders raved about it and I absolutely love it. I've had to get the darker one because, I'm kind of still working on the color of my brows, but this one definitely sits a bit better. So I just go in and do lots of little strokes and just sort of fill out those bits, especially in my corners where I had a breakout, so I've got a pimple spot there and it just makes it look weird. But anyway, then coming in to do my other side, you can see up in my arched corner, I do have to round this out a little bit just because I think I had a really bad wax or a thread one time, and for whatever reason, those little hairs just do not like to grow back there. Then I go in with a fresh spoolie and I just sort of brush that through so it's not so strokey. Then I use my laminating tool gel stuff from MCO Beauty, and this is where I really go in and get that lammy shape, and they just literally sit flat and don't move from there. It's amazing, honestly. I love it. I don't use the like comb end of the tool. I just use a spoolie. So there you go. That's my brows. That's how I do them. And then you can see I just sort of like get that last little brush up and then I just leave them and that stuff dries in and they just sit really, really nice. So I don't really ever have to touch them much more than that. Then just a little bit of a lash curl because I have the tiniest lashes in the world. Then I also use the MCO Beauty Extend Lash Mascara. Go in, give them all a really good coat and then touch them up again once that's dried on because I literally have the smallest lashes in the world. I'd like to get them done, but I just can't be bothered with the upkeep. So I don't know. The serum I use for my brows, you can also use for your lashes and it helps them grow. So maybe I should do that. Little coat of Breeze Balm on my lips just whilst I finish getting everything else sorted, and then I just sort of like kiss that top layer off and I'll use my pencil liner. This is the Benefit Gold Rush. I've had this for years. It's my absolute go-to. It's like not too blushy, but just sort of always touch up. Then MAC Soft and Gentle, again, is my go-to highlighter because it's not too much, but down the nose bone, top of the lip, and just a little bit on my corners of my cheeks. And then this is the MCO DUPE of the Charlotte Tilbury Setting Spray Flawless Finish, and it's lovely. My face doesn't move all day. So that's my makeup. And then this is the Whirl lip pencil from MAC. It's literally almost my exact lip color. I've had it since my wedding. So I don't like to wear lipstick and stuff anymore. I can't be bothered. I think I just stole my best friend's, I don't know, like little like lip oil thing that's kind of like a plumping one. So I'll put that on later when I'm in the car. But I just do a little line of this. I don't overline them or anything. And just sort of like draw it up a little bit more so it stays on. And that's it. That is my makeup look done. And here's my fit. So I went with the second top option. I actually feel so snatched and so cute. And here's some little videos and stuff from our afternoon. I had the best time with my work girlies. I honestly love them all so much. And yeah, this was Ellie. It was her birthday. And there's Kayla with the red lips. It was also her birthday. Lauren's our little AIN. Love them so much. Anyway, that's my day. I had the best time ever. Oh, here's Artie. Anyway, that's my cue to go. Bye. Happy Sunday. Clearly it is not still Friday where I was filming and planning to, post that day. But anyway, Friday I don't know what happened. Oh, I fell asleep on the couch. Clearly I needed a nap. So Ollie was having his afternoon nap and I, was folding my washing, unpacking my packages, kind of filming and stuff. And then I sat down and was like, oh, it's really comfy and warm. And then next thing I knew, it was 3 o'clock. So I think I had about like an hour and a half nap, well and truly needed. So anyway, by the time I sort of got Ollie up, the afternoon, just disappeared. And then my husband and my son were home and it was like, I don't know, just normal Friday things. Oh, we went to the pub for dinner. So anyway, it's now currently Sunday. I have my uni orientation this week. So literally like uni starts this week. The house is just like a little bit disorganized. There's some things that need to be like put away, tidied up, general like dishes, chores, things, because I went out last night. There's a get ready with me on my TikTok if you haven't already seen it. So anyway, I just thought, you know what, let's do a nice little Sunday reset. Nothing too over the top, but let's at least get this house cleaned up, get some washing done, and just put some crap away. Okay, let's do it.
Okay, it's currently 5:25 p.m. The day flew, but we got everything tidied. My husband literally did this whole section by himself. And then I did the boys' rooms, the laundry, and the kitchen. But like typical ADHD things, I need to put these shoes back in my room. You know, I was cleaning out the fridge and I decided that we needed to make apple and strawberry crumble so that we didn't have to throw the apples and the strawberries out that were getting a bit meh. So anyway, I'll show you. We've now got apple and strawberry crumble to go in the oven after dinner, and the 2 lasagnas that I made. So all in all, I'd say we're feeling pretty organized today. So tomorrow morning, I just have to go and drop Uncle Brock off in Malaga, which is only like 20 minutes away. Then I'm gonna come home and I'm gonna sit and do like our whiteboard for the month of July, August, make sure all my stuff's ready for the week. And then that's literally it. But anyway, we got so much done. So I feel much better now. There is obviously now dishes again because today, but that's fine. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed watching my Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and hopefully I'll do some more vlogs soon. I just don't like making promises and expectations that I can't keep. So anyway, if you're new here, hi, hey, hello. If you're not, thanks so much for sticking around. Anyway, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Hey.